Please watch this. Please watch this.
It's not Elvis. This is the psyop they want you to believe so you do not know the truth. Look how easily you can find this on Google. Now, I've done a lot of videos on who he actually is, and he is even telling you. But I've never done one where I've compiled all the smoking guns. So you just sit right back and you watch this.
Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is where he's going. He's about to claim that Elvis is actually Donald Trump. And it's quite hilarious, and I do want you to watch it. And I'm not making fun of this guy, because I don't make fun of people. What I am doing, though, is pointing out the fact that he has massive amounts of followers and people that pay him to learn truth, which is mind-blowing. Watch this.
And you try telling me that Elvis is Bob Joyce after this. And keep in mind, I've done this a lot, and faces don't line up perfectly unless they're the same person.
What? Faces don't line up perfectly unless they're the same person? Is that like a law? I don't know if I entirely agree with this, because I've overlaid lots of photos on photos, and you can make anything match and line up. It's pretty easy to do. So this is kind of a silly claim to make, but let's keep going.
Case in point, I've been told I look like Sly sometimes, and we don't match up at all. Now let's start here and watch how this face can perfectly morph into this face. Perfectly. Literally perfectly. Kind of looks like Biff Tannen in the middle here, but you hardly tell there's a transition. And not just in that one, but here's two completely different photos overlaid. And again, you can hardly tell there is any sort of transition there. It's seamlessly, because their faces and bone structure match up perfectly. Let's look at these very distinctive dots there. And what do we have there? Like, those were removed and left to...
I hate to break it to this guy, but that's on the different side of his chin. It's like a half an inch away. This is mind-boggling. But I want to make this video because I'm not making fun of people. What I am doing is warning people about who you should follow for truthful information. If you follow people that are claiming to be telling you the truth, and this is what they're telling you, I mean, you start to use your head, because they are obviously steering your mind down these ridiculous paths that are so foolish to believe. Now, I can't, I'm sorry, I can't go there with this guy. I just can't do it, because this is ridiculous. It's silly. So, I mean, and if you watch him, every actor in Hollywood is playing another actor. If it was up to this guy, there's probably about 4 people in Hollywood. They're all playing each other, including the women, the men. So come on. I mean, it's silly. So please, be careful who you follow. Be careful what you believe to be true. And if you want to follow someone that, I will never tell you something like that. I will never fly off the handle like that, because I am grounded in truth and fact. I do research. I go back to words and symbols. I don't just look at something and go, oh yeah, that looks like this, and use my imagination. Everything I say, I have read somewhere, I've learned somewhere. It's been backed up by other documents and other books. If I get information from someone like Jordan Maxwell, I don't just take his information and then repeat it. What I do is take that information, then I go to the library and I look it up. I make sure that all of this information is accurate. I check these reference works and check the encyclopedias and the dictionaries. And I go into actual books, not Google. And I make sure and I verify it. And if I see that, oh, he told me that the word Lord comes from the word lard, I don't want to take that for truth unless I can go into dictionaries and encyclopedias and look that up, which I can. Same with like the Elohim. It does not mean God. It means gods. I have 16 dictionaries that say that. I own them personally. So no, Google is not research. And please don't trust everyone, because you are being lied to. But this is my opinion. I'm not doing this video again to insult anyone. I'm just trying to wrap my head around how people can possibly believe this nonsense. That's all. I love you all. My opinion.